Alrighty guys, it's morning time and we're gonna do a little walkabout. I've got cars, see? In the morning, we got cars driving around, taking kids to school, and it makes for a horrible video. All the background noise. But it's the only time it's not 100 degrees. It's like been 110 degrees. So we're on our fourth heat wave. And my trees were doing good the first heat wave. They were doing good the second heat wave. And I thought, oh, they're going to survive. Then, you know, the heat waves aren't just a couple days. They've been long this year. Like super long days of 100 and swear to goodness 10 degrees. And, you know, when they take the temperature, it's in the shade. You know, they don't. So like the temperature that they put out, you know, it's going to be 105. Well, that's in the shade. So in the sun, it's like 110. But so I don't know. We just had another heat wave, and I'm like, each one I lose like a tree, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can I just grow this? I've been working on this food forest for years. You know, getting the ground prepped. Getting the, you know, killing the grass, prepping the ground, having chickens and goats and all my farm animals out here eating all the weeds. And it, you know, now I got my wood chips in, and I got like all the trees, a lot of trees in, but then I lost like several. So let me show you what we got going here. All right, guys. You guys, see, I have the dogs here. Look at them. This is their arena area. They, as puppies, killed 2 of my trees. They chewed up 2 of my trees. So there's 2 due to these dogs that are down. So here's this one. That's why I don't like puppy phase. You ruin everything. So this one, see, look at it, chewed up. We got to get a new kumquat. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy it extra big. I'm going to spend the money and get a big one because the kumquat is important to me. I love the kumquat. Let's see, and the dogs chewed my loquat. Look at, they just ate it right in half right here. I'm still watering it. I'm watering everything that seems dead because who knows, it could come back in the spring. I don't know. So there's that. And here's my situation. I'm like basically gardening in the desert here. Like, it's so hard. I gotta get a microclimate set. So once I get these trees established in a microclimate going, then it's going to be so much easier. Then I can do more ground stuff, you know. So I got my perennial vegetables and things going, getting that going, and then so hopefully by next spring I can get the ground stuff going. And I'm going to sprinkle a bunch of seeds out. So I got to buy a bunch of edible seeds, and I'm just going to sprinkle it everywhere. Like even my old vegetable seeds that I've had for a few years, you know, all the seeds I've harvested and collected, I'm just going to throw all over the ground, and what grows, grows in the spring, right? But, so I got my perennials that I had bought, perennial vegetables and some medicinal plants and stuff growing in this area. I'll show you. In this area, along the fence. They're really small, so I mean, they're there, they're alive, but they aren't like getting big because this heat, nothing can really grow in this heat. Gosh. So once I mean, I have like 40 little baby plants in there, but 40 baby plants, you can't, like, they just like look like little weeds, especially in this heat. So they're all just living. Everything's just surviving. It's all about just keeping everything alive. Nothing's really growing. I have to water by hand. I do have a sprinkler system, but I don't use it because it'd just be a waste, you know. And I have to fix. There's a couple things on the main sprinkler lines that I would have to fix. Some gaskets and stuff. So, to get that set up. Once I get, maybe next year, once the ground cover and stuff starts getting established, once I start putting actual plants, cars, I'm on the street side right here, guys. Urban background noise in the country. You know, when I first moved out here, it was so quiet. There wasn't much. We got new housing developments, and all of a sudden my street, quiet street, is more busy than ever. It used to be occasional cars flying by. Now it's a bunch, and it's after 8. School's already done. So what are these people driving? Where are they going? There's no school in session. The school's down the road. I mean, school's already started, I meant. You know? Anyways, what was I saying? So, I know once I get my microclimate set, I just gotta get the trees going to do that. Then it'll be downhill. You know, so like, that's why I have my perennials growing in this area. Because these trees, this is my microclimate area. This is the only place that they can survive, is because of these trees right here in the Great Vineyard. So this is a small little microclimate area I have. And then I have this big tree that helps, you know, over there. So, do you know what I'm thinking it's like? This is what I think it's like. What I need, like, once I establish an area. You know, when if you ferment, when you very first ferment, it's a little bit hard to get it going because you don't have the yeast in the air, you know? Like, it's interesting. But once you get ferments going, it's super easy now because you have all those yeasts in the air. So, I'm telling you, like, a few years ago when I first started fermenting, you know, it was difficult to get the right ferments. A couple of them went south. But then once you get those ferments, like, I can ferment like that. Like, I have no problem. Because you have what is needed in the air. You've wrangled those little beasties, you know, and it's easier to harvest those ferments from there, you know? So I think the same thing with gardening, you know? It's hard to start at first. And then you create, like, you know, those yeast and organisms in the soil, your microclimates, and then it's just easier. Anything grows. But at first it's super hard because you have to get those microorganisms that are needed to create a healthy atmosphere. So I think it's a lot like when you first start fermenting, and then even bread making. You know, when you first start making bread, it's difficult because you are still, you know, you're trying to create those different yeasts to make the bread, and then once it's in the environment around you, it's super easy. But at first, establishing what's needed in that environment, in the air, it's so easy to get going. So, like this area I've been working on for a while, and so everything grows beautifully. I could plant anything, get anything growing over here. It has the perfect microorganisms in the soil, in the air, all around it, a good microclimate. So I gotta, you know, establish that in my food forest. Out here is nothing but desert, right? So nothing's established, so it's really hard to get it going because you don't have that atmosphere needed yet in the soil, in the air, everything. So I'm struggling here because this summer was hard. So hard. I'm like losing all these trees I planted. So here, I'll show you now. Now I'll show you after my little rant. All right. Oh, also, I'm cutting down a bunch of branches, you know, from my tree. So this is my mulberry tree I have going. Mulberry is good. It's good. Robin, knock it off. Anyways, I have a couple of mulberry trees. It's good fodder for your fodder for your animals. Very, very good. Animals love to eat it. And I got my rose bushes. So this is also my little microclimate. Oh, the dog. She wants to harass her mom. Hey. She just barks at her mom, trying to make her play. So it took me like 5 years to get this little microclimate area going with the mulberries and the roses. So that's good. So like once you get an area established, it's just hard to get the rest done. Especially with little dogs trying to sabotage. Look at this is their like play arena. They cleared everything out. Alright, let's go over here. So the citrus is doing well. So we lost the loquat to the dog. Our olive is doing good. Oh, what I was saying. After this car goes by. So what I was saying is that a lot of my trees that are big now, I'm able to harvest from and put on my food forest floor to help, you know, chop and drop to help enrich the soil. And I'm going to make little pathways with the logs. So I got like, you know, this big long branch. I'm laying them out around the areas of trees, and then that's the area I'm going to build up with more soil. You know, like more wood chips only in those areas, and I'm going to leave the pathways. You know, here's another one. I'm just trying to make a little pathway right here with these logs and stuff. I still have to do more. So I have to trim all those down. But I have like perfect, like I'm able to just drop it on the ground, break it up. So I'm in those areas around the trees. That's where I'm making the swells. In permaculture, you know, you have these swells where you put logs and just, you know, composting material and soil and hay, and so that's what is going to go happen next. So hopefully we can keep more moisture in the soil for these trees. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm building up with dead wood. Alright, so the plan is to line with the big branches pathways and then build up more like dead wood material and stuff for the permaculture swells, okay? And then, so here's my olive. So I've just, as I start trimming the big trees, I'm putting branches down and just, it's gonna be slow, you know? There's another olive, that's good. So my citrus is doing good. That's the only thing that's not struggling is my citrus. So here's a lime. This is the almond tree, that's doing good. This one's the orange. I don't know what kind of orange. Oh, this is a lemon. My Eureka lemon. And this one, the rest are citruses. This is, oh, Tangelo's doing good. And we got our Lang, our Jujube. I think it's a Lang or Lee. I have to look. This is the Jujube tree. It's doing awesome. This is its second year. It's been here. It's fruiting. And then we got, this is an orange. And then we got our blood orange. And then this one, the dogs started chewing on, and they try to pull it out. Oh, so irritated with them. See, and so this is, I forget what this one is. This is the red grapefruit. So I'm gonna have to buy a new grapefruit. But look at it, has some green at the trunk, so maybe it might come back just, yeah, it's starting to come back right here. Yay! So this probably is dead from the chewing, but from down here it's good. So that, I'm trying to baby that. And then we got this one, died and is starting to come back, so that's good. So that's why you don't give up. I keep on watering the stuff that looks dead and it comes back. So this is a Satsuma, Satsuma, I don't know, I forget what that is. I think it's the mandarins. Lost, I don't know why I can't friggin' grow avocados. I lost 2 of them. I had 2 avocados, and I think next year I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, that one's gone. If it has no wick, it's no good. I still water it though. Maybe some might come from the bottom. But I think I'm gonna get tomato. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get tomato cages. Because I never bought any of those for my garden. I feel that's a waste. If you have a huge garden, you need to use like fencing material. But anyways, I'm gonna get some tomato cages, put it around there, and put shade cloth. I think that a lot of this stuff that has died needs more shade. It's so hot. It's like, it's burning up. And once they get established, I think it'll be good. So there's that. The rest of this area is just nothing because I lost 2 trees here. I didn't plant anything much right here. Thank goodness, because the dogs play right here. So, but yeah, that's on this side. What's really devastated is the stone fruits. The stone fruits don't like this area. I don't know why. So, okay. See this? This is a thriving plum tree until the dogs pulled it out of the ground. They pulled this out of the ground, and then I put it back in and it started growing, and then they pulled it out again. I don't know. I think there might be a gopher, and also I'm dealing with gophers, squirrels. So anywhere there's anything wet, you got squirrels trying to get, or gophers or whatever. Then the dogs try to dig for the squirrels and end up pulling your tree out. Oh, cars. Seriously, why are they driving? Where are these people going? They should be, don't people work anymore? Alright, and this is a plum. Now this literally was struggling, and it just died on me. This last heat wave, like today is gonna be 109, guys. I have no wick in the trees, so that's dead. So, and that one actually had shade, so I don't know. See, it has shade from here. It gets the perfect amount of sun, perfect amount of shade. And here's the thing, sometimes I think I might have overwatered it. You know, I'm not sure if the soil is draining enough for it either, for these stone fruits, so could be my fault when I planted it. I don't know. So that's dead. I might have killed it. I have a peach here that just died. It was a baby one. That one died. My apple, I don't know, this is an apple tree. It had some green apples on it this year, but now with this last heat wave, it's done. It just lost its last green. I'm still watering it. So here's the thing, I think I overwatered a couple, I don't know. Maybe it just didn't get enough drainage. So I gotta figure out why I lost it. So when I replant these, I'm gonna put more, like maybe some sandy loam down there, and make sure it dig deeper, you know, because we have hard pan. My pear this week, no, this one I lost like a few weeks ago. Sorry, this one. This is a pear tree. It was doing so good, and then the heat waves are just really making my trees struggle here. And I water them. So I thought, am I overwatering them? So I started watering them every other day. This one is the apricot, it's done. So, okay, here's the thing. The apricots in my figs died as soon as I put this bark and soil down. So I don't know if it was contaminated. Like, literally, they were thriving, and then as soon as I put this bark and soil down, they died. So, I don't know. Is there something in the bark that killed them? I don't know, but it's interesting how this tree right here is dead. This is my apricot / peach tree I've had for 6 years, and it died as soon as I laid this down. So, or it could be it hit hardpan or a gopher, or I don't know. So yeah, that was a 6-year-old tree, and it's dead now. And then this one's struggling. This one is really struggling. See, it's dying out on the top. This is what they do. They start dying out at the top, and then they stay green. If I can, it's a delicate balance. So I've been watering every other day, just a couple inches worth. Trying not to overwater. Try not to underwater, and it seems to be a good balance for this tree. It hasn't died yet. I started doing this about 3 weeks ago. So this apple tree is still alive. Barely. I got some dried up leaves at the top. Barely still alive. This one's struggling. We don't get any rain here, guys. I wish I lived in another state. I love where I live, you know, because I'm close to the beach and the mountains. And the summers are just horrible. It's so horrible. I just gotta get this established. You know, other people have an easier time of it because they have a wet climate, a humid climate, but this is so dry, it's desert. So I'm trying to create life in a desert. So this is an apple tree that was a few years old. I transplanted it this year. It was doing good, and last month it just said nope. I'm still watering. No. See, look at these dogs. Okay, I don't understand. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now, or between 8 and 9. Why are all these cars driving? Nobody has jobs. Nobody's works. Everyone, how do they afford to drive everywhere if they don't have a job? Like, it's really, there's so much cars. It's like, people go work. It used to be, you know, between morning and 11, there was no cars, and only at lunch hour traffic, right? So it's lunch hour traffic constantly. I don't leave my house. It's too much. I don't like all this traffic, and anyways, my little rant. So this cherry tree just died. I just lost my cherry tree in this last heat wave. It's just like done. So I don't even think it's overwatering because it doesn't even rain. I mean, I literally watered the soil down. Is moist under the wood chips. It's protecting it, you know. So it's just it's heat. I think I need to put the shade. I think it's more the shade. I need to make shade. And it's under this tree, but the morning sun hits it really hot. This is doing good. This is a stone fruit. It's an apricot or peach, a white peach. This one's doing really well, knock on wood. So, got my grape right there, new grape plant, that's doing good. I lost my banana plant, and I lost my 2 fig trees that's been here for 5 years. Figs love heat. I don't know, I think I found gopher holes by them. I lost 2 papaya trees. And that's where the squirrels and gopher holes were. They got, the squirrels or whatever ate the roots. Goji berry, hanging on for dear life. Goji berry. I lost another dragon fruit. So yeah, that's my update. I got some trees still, so that's good. I wish the trees I put in the ground, I didn't have to replant. But it's inevitable, I guess, considering where I live and the situation of it being over 100, like, for most of the summer. Sometimes we only have a small amount of heat, a few heat waves, but this summer was horrible. So what I'm gonna do after this next group of cars that don't work, people that live off the government, maybe, who knows. Does school start late, maybe? Look at it, there's a school bus. Are they starting late? Is this the deal? They don't start school at 8 in the morning anymore? School not start at 8 here? Who knows? Maybe, maybe that's the issue. Maybe they're starting later. I don't know. I homeschooled my kids, so. My son, he's done with school now. He's still always going to do school, but he's done with the, yeah, there has to be something going on. There's just cars and cars and cars. Like, I think school might have started late. They do weird things here. They have like school hours for hot days, or they have teacher days now. They have a hard time even having teachers in school. They have teacher shortage, so they're cutting down school hours. So anyways, yeah, so what I'm gonna do here, I think I'm gonna plant my trees in the fall. I don't think the spring's a good idea. I don't think it has enough time to establish before the heat. Look at you, beauty. He's a beauty. He's beautiful. She's the tiniest German Shepherd in the world. She has dwarfism. I swear, she's the smallest German Shepherd I've ever seen. And my dogs are pure shepherds. Well, the working line shepherds. There's the mom and dad. We kept the blackest of them. And he's so big. He measures over almost 30 inches sitting. Like, seriously. He's huge. I don't know if the camera does him justice. So his ear, he's just so big. One ear is like kind of flopping around. They were up for a little bit and it went back down. So I don't know. He might be a one ear. I'm like, what up, dog? Anyways, I'm gonna plant in the fall. So I'm gonna go get my trees. As soon as this last heat wave, I'm gonna, okay. They built a huge new housing complex. So my neighborhood in the country is booming now. Like, everyone wants to live where I live. They never used to, but now they do. Like, so they're, how they clear out fields and trees that give us air to build houses. I don't like it when they do that. Leave the trees. Leave the, I don't know. Anyways, so they cleared out farmland and build housing complexes around me. I'm just thankful for this great vineyard in front of me. I hope they never sell. Anyways, I am gonna, well, that's another subject, moving and finding another property. But I'm always gonna keep this. It's increased my home value. All these people wanting to live around here, so. Yeah, but I'm gonna I love where I live except for the traffic here, so I'm trying to plant bushes and stuff for sound barriers. I used to have trees all the way down, I had oak trees, or giant red sequoia oaks, all the way around my property. It was beautiful. They were beautiful. And then we had a water restriction, drought, and then we can only water so often, and that's why I killed all my grass in the first place. And then we had the beetle, that beetle disease. The beetle, along with the water restrictions, just killed every single one of them. I actually just got all the deadwood out last year, but now I want to find like native bushes, but I want food. I want native bushes that produce food. And so anything I plant now is going to be edible. So I got to do that for a sound barrier. I want to maybe, it's a lot of work by myself. You know, it's slow going. My progress on all this is slow going because I'm the only one doing it. You know, I'm not on a channel that has miraculously a bunch of people that come and do it for you. And look at all this. You know, plus I got a budget. So if I had the money, I can pay people and get it all done. But so this is reality, and it's going to be slow going. So this is the progress here. I'm going to buy fruit trees, more trees, and plant them in the fall. In our winters, we maybe have like one frost, so they're gonna be fine. You know, that's a good thing, I think. And I want to do more fall gardening because my summer gardens always struggle too. So, but Shandon, you know, and having to take care of my son and all this other stuff is hard. Juggling all that and getting things done. So sometimes I just can't do it like I used to. But and my older kids aren't here to help me like they used to. So, but my daughter, when she's out of school, my daughter comes home for visits, right? But she's not here long enough to help me with projects. So, and my son, when he's in the Marines, I'm gonna be a grandma. He's gonna have a baby soon. So that's exciting. So he's gonna come home on leave maybe sooner than the holidays because his baby's due. He might not be able to come home on the holidays. So we'll see. I have a lot of that stuff. So I'm gonna be slow in uploading things because I'm just gonna be busy with life and family. But I'm trying to get my fall garden. I got seeds going. I just got more tomatoes and you know, pumpkins going again. I only got like 4 pumpkins, so I'm trying to get another pumpkin harvest here. I love pumpkin. I like canning it. I like cooking with it. More squashes. Just, you know, I was trying to do some corn, but I just ran out of time. Shannon went to the hospital and my cat died. My beautiful cat. Oh, cars. I gotta walk away from this road. My beautiful cat perished. We had him for over 10 years, I think. We had 2 black cats, brother and sister. We still have the sister. They're my son's cat. My son's cat, Gizmo. And that was his kitty cat. So we had to have him put down just a few days ago, and that was sad. So busy, you know, dealing with that. And then I'm canning. It's canning season right now, so you're gonna see more canning videos and cooking videos while I'm doing that. But yeah, this is an update on my food forest. And the plan is make sure I have drainage so I did that the first time, but I just gotta make sure I condition the soil better. I don't like wasting money. These trees are like 50 bucks a pop. It's a lot of waste. Once we get this ground established, I mean, it's way better than it was before. I mean, it's slowly. I see the progress. I see the trees taking. I mean, I got quite a bit of trees still, you know, but I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trees. I've lost 9 trees, maybe 10 because my figs. I don't understand that figs do so good out here, but yeah, there's squirrel gopher holes all around that fig tree, so I know that was a deal there. And my passion flower, which is medicinal, I lost because the dogs dug it up. I got a seed off of it. I'll show you real fast before I let you go. Alright. But here, let's see. Look at my one passion fruit. And then the dogs dug it up because of squirrel holes. Look at that. Or gopher holes, whatever is there. So I moved it. So the chickens aren't out here anymore because I'm trying to have ground cover now. And the chickens are gonna eat that up, but the ducks still come out here. So the ducks are all out here now. The chickens are free ranging out in that field that way and that field that way. And the ducks have free range everywhere. So, but yeah, that's an update on my food forest. It's hard, it's struggling. Hey, I'm trying to talk here. Stop it. I've just got to get that microorganisms going around here, and you know what I mean? So it's going. I mean, I could see it. I'm already kind of breaking down. It's doing really good. I'm conditioning the soil. So I'm gonna get more trees from the nursery, plant them this fall, like in 3 weeks. So, because when we're going camping, we don't go anywhere in the summer because I can't. So I don't leave my house in the summertime because of fire season, and then the animals, you gotta watch them, especially during these heat waves. So in the fall, we're going camping. My son might be home on leave and go camping with us, so I'll be excited. So yeah, I'm disappointed, but I still have hope because I still have quite a bit of trees going. Mainly my citrus trees. The stone fruits is what I want, though. I gotta get these more. Get these in the ground. The stone fruits are sensitive out here. So this is my citrus area. Awesome. Stone fruit area. I only have 4 live trees in this area. So back to the drawing board on this half. And then I'm going to sprinkle all my vegetables and whatever seeds I can before winter. Alrighty guys, so that's an update on my food forest and the work in progress. I know every season is just gonna change, and I get that microclimate established. It's gonna be beautiful. So after I plant everything in the fall, we'll see what it looks like in the spring. So talk to you later, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace. Hit that like button.